The NBA has certainly seen some high-profile teams get off to bad starts during the 2018-19 season thus far. The Los Angeles Lakers are one team that most NBA fans and analysts have had their eye on since LeBron James signed with the team over the summer. Head coach Luke Walton didn't get off to the best start with his new roster but has turned things around after that slow start. In addition, Scott Brooks and the Washington Wizards look like the NBA's biggest dumpster fire to start the season, as they're struggling on the floor and, reportedly, imploding within the locker room. When it comes to head coaches, some front offices elect to have a quick trigger finger and fire head coaches from their post early in the season, as we saw with the Cleveland Cavaliers' decision to get rid of Tyronn Lue. Whether it's just a bad stretch or not, some teams just want to cut all ties in the hopes that it shakes the team up and leads to more success on the court. It'll be interesting to see if any head coaches get the axe over the first couple of months of the regular season. Bovada has released odds for what NBA head coaches could be relieved of their duties next, and there are certainly some big names on the list. Mike D'Antoni, 10/1. The Houston Rockets got off to an extremely slow start after leading the Western Conference in regular season victories this past season, and D'Antoni has caught some of the heat for their effort. While things have seemingly turned around since the opening 2 weeks of the 2018-19 campaign, his seat could heat up again should things go south in Houston as the season moves forward. Brett Brown, 10/1. The Sixers swung for the fences by making a trade for Jimmy Butler, which puts them in win-now mode for the first time since Brown took over as the team's head coach during the process years. With those raised expectations come more pressure to win and win early, so Brown could very much so find himself on the hot seat should things not go as smoothly as Philadelphia's front office hoped for. Luke Walton, 2/1. The Los Angeles Lakers have been the talk of the NBA since the team signed LeBron James during the offseason. Despite adding James and a host of veterans, the Lakers are off to an 0-3 start in the regular season. There's obviously a lot of heat on Luke Walton to make things work, but chemistry does take time. If Los Angeles doesn't end up gelling the way Magic Johnson envisioned, it's certainly possible that Walton is on the chopping block. Scott Brooks, 1/1. The Washington Wizards have consistently been a playoff team in the Eastern Conference in recent years. However, the team hasn't advanced further than the conference semifinals, and Scott Brooks was brought in to try and get the Wizards over the top. Brooks did lead the Thunder to the Western Conference Finals during the 2013-14 season and has a .606 winning percentage. If the Wizards struggle throughout the season in a fairly weaker Eastern Conference, Brooks could be on the chopping block. Tom Thibodeau, 5/1. Fired. The Minnesota Timberwolves have been the talk of the NBA throughout the entire summer. Jimmy Butler asked to be traded during the offseason, and a resolution to that situation still hasn't been reached as the 2018-19 season rolls along. It's been well documented that Tom Thibodeau wasn't exactly a fan of trading Butler. If Thibodeau falls on the sword and is adamant about keeping Butler around, it's possible that he gets let go at some point this season.